Hi, welcome back. This is the next step in putting this chipboard folio together. I've gone ahead and peeled the tape off and I've added these two pieces together. When I laid this out, I wanted roughly an inch all the way around this because we're going to roll and wrap an inch over all these edges. Now the TYVEK pieces are going to lay under these panels, but it was easier to see how this laid out without these interfering. So there's a 1/4 inch gusset in between each of these until you get to this last one. It has a 3/8 of an inch gusset, and I used the wrong spacer when I spaced those out. Now if I could just find where it disappeared to. Hold on, I apologize. All right, so this one down here is going to have a 3/8 of an inch gusset. And the reason being is that this piece, for Pete's sake, this piece is going to wrap over the top, and that's where our magnets are going to go, and this is going to close. Now, I found some very helpful tools because I've always done everything by eyeball. But I found some tools that have some pretty nice spacers that you can use. So this one, I've got a 1/4 inch, I've got 3/8 of an inch, and it looks like this one is a 1/2 inch. Yes, that one's a 1/2 inch. And then another one here is an 1/8 of an inch. And what also came in with this packet was this firm rubber spatula. It's soft on one side for bending, but it's very firm on this end, and this is the side I use for burnishing. This helps me a ton because I'm always looking for my little white burnishing tool. I am so impressed with these that I actually purchased some from the manufacturer, and I have got them on my Etsy site for sale. Now you can buy them individually, or you can buy a bundled pack which has this 2-in-1 miter tool with it. You'll see that here in a minute. But for now, I'm going to play with the 3/8 and the 1/4 inch. And what's really nice is you've got centimeters or millimeters here on this end, and you have inch on this end. So they're my spacers. I love them. All right, so now let's put together this. We're going to put the, critical point. You see this seam right here? I want this 1 inch panel, if you will, spine piece. I want this to be right down this one and as close to center as possible so that the brunt of the weight of the pull, the activity is evenly spaced on this. I don't like seeing these in the seam, and I don't like seeing these in the middle. They belong on an end, so that's what we're going to do. So for now, I have taped all of mine. I've added enough tape to make sure that these are fairly secured, so I'm just going to very quickly put these together. You can watch, and then you can stop and stall the video so that you can get yours done. So let's put this aside for the moment. And I am going to start with, there's a large one here. This is the one that measures 2 inches by 8. And it has a 7/8, and this one has 1 1/4 inch gusset. So I'm going to put this one on first. It's the last panel we will build in this way with it. Come on, up there. So I get to use my, see, now I can put this down here. I was always eyeballing things, and I noticed that I was always just fractions off. But now I can actually line that up to that. pull that off of there. Using the firm end of this for my burnishing. Okay, so now a 1-inch panel is going to go in next. So I'm going to put my spacer back in there. I can see my lines, but sometimes I still get them off. Line it up, push it down, but now I'm almost guaranteed a nice perfect fit. I love it. I love the fact that I can see this thing. All right, keeping this to my right, we're now going to add the strip. Now, like I said, I had a cutting error. I didn't remember that the envelope was 11 inches and I cut too much off. Where's my 1/4 inch? There it is. I'm going to put this in here. And then I'm going to butt this right up next to it. And if you are interested in these, I will put the link down below. Okay, we're going to tear this out. I'm going to put my spacer back in there. And then I'm going to, I got to line up to the bottom grid so that I don't get them off. There we go. Well, did I pull both off? I guess I did. I guess I did. Okay, so there is that panel. Now we're going to add to this end here. Yeah, I must have taken this one off. I've got 2 of these short. I was so mad at myself. But you just don't remember sometimes that all the funny little details. Okay, so what's going to go on this side here, get the tape to not mess with me, is another one of these. So I'm going to put my spacer in there, line this up across the bottom of the grid so that I get this all in the same length. Now we're going to put another piece added on to this. Put my spacer back in there. And then we're going to line that up. Now I've got double coverage, but it's fine. I'm used to using 2-inch strips when I make albums, so it's just kind of a pattern, so they end up overlapping. It's great coverage. I'm not worried about it. All right, so then the next one that's going to go on is the next big panel. I think I'm just going to take this off. Square this up. Make sure this is where it's over. Goodness sakes. Okay. I think I miscounted. I think I was right the first time. I think I had you cut one too many of these. All right, next one will be the last 1-inch piece. Put my spacer in on top of my gusset. Jeepanies Louise. And I've got tape here on the end and it's sticking to my tabletop. And then one last piece to put into place. I'm just going to leave it for now. Okay. Okay, so we've got this part of it done. So you get caught up, and on the next video we will come back and we will adhere the blue paper. I'll see you then.